In 2025, dating is evolving in ways that previous generations could have hardly predicted. Once was considered a straightforward process of meeting, developing a relationship, and eventually committing to each other has transformed into something much more complex. The question of why men and women aren't dating in 2025 is not simply a matter of personal choice or timing. It involves a series of larger cultural, technological, and societal changes that are redefining how people connect with one another. This shift is characterized by a mix of evolving gender dynamics, the increasing influence of technologies, societal pressures, and a changing definition of what relationships mean. Let's dive into the various factors that are contributing to why men and women aren't dating as much in 2025. The influence of technology, online dating, and social media. Technology has had a massive impact on how men and women interact with each other, particularly when it comes to dating. The rise of online dating platforms and social media has shifted traditional dating methods, leading to new ways people meet, engage, and ultimately decide to date or not. In 2025, the dating landscape is largely dominated by apps and websites like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, as well as social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok. These platforms have made it easier than ever to meet people, but they have also introduced a paradox of choice. With so many options available, people are often overwhelmed, and the ease of swiping left or right can reduce the perceived value of a genuine connection. Instead of investing time in one relationship, many people are constantly searching for someone better, believing that there is always a more attractive or interesting option just to swipe away. This habit of shopping for love has made it harder for men and women to form lasting connections. Instead of building meaningful relationships, many people are becoming accustomed to a casual approach to dating, which often lacks depth and commitment. In this environment, genuine emotional connections are harder to form, leading to fewer long-term relationships and more short-lived ones. Social media also plays a role in shaping unrealistic expectations about relationships. Constantly seeing idealized portrayals of other people's lives can create a sense of inadequacy or dissatisfaction with one's own dating experiences. The pressure to meet these idealized standards can lead people to avoid dating altogether, fearing they'll never live up to the curated lives they see online. Changing gender roles and expectations. Another significant factor influencing why men and women aren't dating in 2025 is the evolving understanding of gender roles. Traditional gender dynamics, where men were often expected to take the lead in dating, have shifted considerably in recent years. Today, there is a broader expectation of equality in relationships, with both men and women sharing responsibilities, from financial support to emotional labor. While the shift toward gender equality has brought many positive changes, it has also introduced a level of confusion for some people navigating the dating world. In the past, certain behaviors were considered acceptable or expected based on one's gender, such as men initiating the first move or women waiting for men to take charge. Now, these roles are being questioned, and there is often a sense of uncertainty about what is expected from both parties. For example, many men feel unsure about whether they should still take the lead in asking someone out or whether it's appropriate for women to initiate more often. Similarly, some women struggle with balancing their independence and career-focused mindset with the expectations of traditional dating practices. These shifting roles can create a sense of imbalance or discomfort, leading some people to avoid dating altogether or remain in the talking phase without fully committing. Moreover, while progress has been made, some individuals still hold on to outdated views about dating and relationships, and these expectations can clash. For example, there may be a tension between individuals seeking traditional relationships versus those who prefer non-traditional or more fluid arrangements. As a result, some people find themselves stuck in situations where they're unable to find common ground, which can discourage dating altogether. Fear of commitment and uncertainty about relationships. Another key reason why men and women aren't dating as much in 2025 is the growing fear of commitment. With a rise in personal autonomy and a shift in societal attitudes, more people are prioritizing their careers, personal goals, and individual growth over traditional relationship milestones. As a result, many are hesitant to commit to a partner when they aren't sure what the future holds. This reluctance to commit is often tied to the increasing complexity of modern life. Economic pressures, uncertain job markets, and the changing nature of work, such as the rise of remote and gig economies, make people question whether they can balance a career and a relationship successfully. The fear of failure, especially in an environment where people are already struggling to maintain a work-life balance, has caused many to avoid committing to serious relationships, changing social norms and relationship expectations. In 2025, the concept of what a relationship means is evolving. More people are rethinking the traditional trajectory of relationships, which once followed a predictable path from dating to exclusivity to marriage. Today, many people are opting for casual dating or rejecting traditional labels altogether in favor of open relationships, polyamory, or other alternative arrangements. While these alternatives provide freedom and flexibility, they can also create confusion and a lack of clarity in the dating world. For example, some people aren't sure if they want something casual or if they want a committed relationship, and they're hesitant to make decisions for fear of missing out on other possibilities. In a society that increasingly values personal freedom and self-exploration, many people hesitate to settle down with one person when the option to explore other relationships or lifestyles is readily available. The influence of mental health awareness. As awareness of mental health issues continues to grow, many people are taking a step back from dating to focus on their emotional well-being. At a time when stress, anxiety, depression, and other mental health struggles are becoming more openly discussed, individuals are increasingly recognizing the importance of addressing their own personal challenges before seeking out a relationship. The pressure to meet others' expectations, both socially and romantically, can be overwhelming, especially for those who are struggling with their own mental health. Dating requires emotional energy, vulnerability, and the ability to handle rejection. And for people dealing with mental health challenges, this can feel like too much to bear. As a result, some individuals may avoid dating altogether in favor of taking time to heal or develop a stronger sense of self before entering a relationship. Furthermore, the rise of self-care culture has encouraged many to prioritize their personal needs and mental well-being over romantic involvement. This is especially true among younger generations, who are more likely to see their mental health as a priority in a way that older generations didn't. The rise of solo living and independence. Finally, in 2025, more people are choosing to live alone and embrace their independence. The rise of solo living, especially among younger generations, reflects a cultural shift toward valuing self-sufficiency and personal freedom over traditional family structures. For many, the idea of living alone and enjoying complete autonomy has become increasingly appealing. They enjoy the ability to make decisions without having to compromise or consider a partner's needs, and they find fulfillment in building their own lives. As a result, some people view dating and relationships as an unnecessary disruption to their independent lifestyle. This trend towards solo living also ties into the changing definition of success. In previous generations, marriage and family were often seen as milestones that define success, but today, many people see personal fulfillment, career achievements, and self-growth as more important than finding a romantic partner. The reasons why men and women aren't dating as much in 2025 are complex and multifaceted. From the influence of technology in changing gender roles to economic pressures and evolving relationship expectations, the landscape of modern dating is constantly shifting. While there are many challenges to forming lasting connections, there are also opportunities for growth, personal development, and a deeper understanding of what it means to form meaningful relationships in today's world. As society continues to evolve, so too will the way we approach dating, and perhaps it will ultimately lead to a deeper, more intentional way of connecting with others.